Tommy Rance RV here at the Texas Maritime Museum. I am with volunteer Marsha, and she's going to tell us what she does here. Marsha, go ahead. Let us know what goes on here and how you go about what you do.
Okay. I've been volunteering at the museum for 16 years. And my job is to greet visitors when they come in the door, to introduce them to the museum, and then occasionally they may want to ask questions, and I do the best I can to answer those questions. We also have a very nice gift shop, and so I take money if they want to purchase anything. I've also helped the education director with some of the experiments she's done with kids, and they invite them to the museum, they learn about the museum, and they do arts and crafts. So I help with that.
Oh, that's neat.
And then I just introduce people to the museum, like I said, and sit at the desk, and sometimes we have conversations about places where they've been, and it's always interesting to meet people from other countries. I've had some visitors who came from Germany, and they said the only thing wrong with this little town is there are no jobs. And I tried to explain to them that we don't need jobs, we're all retired.
Yeah.
But, and that's about all I do, and I enjoy working here because I like to visit and interface with people.
Yeah, that shows. As you know, you and I have visited a little bit. You told me around about the museum. And by the way, before I leave, speaking of the gift shop, if I don't leave here with a t-shirt for my wife, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. So just remind me, please.
Yes.
Okay. A quick video from Marsha. Thank you very much for doing that, Marsha. This is a great place.
You're very welcome.
If I was going to volunteer, this would be the kind of place I'd like to be in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is absolutely beautiful. Replica of the La Belle. Teak built replica. Get a view from the beam. You can see, so this must have had 6 long guns, cannon, because there's 3 on the starboard side here. This is really cool. I mean, really cool. There's the black rope, those are ratlins or rat lines. Go up to the main top in this case. There's the foretop with similar ratlins coming down from it. And a big bowsprit. Those 3 areas down below the deck, they're next to the right of the cannon, I believe, are 4-mast chain plates. It's what secures all the rigging, as well as the ratlins. There's deck hatches in it. You can see they've only got half of this planked for clarity, so you can see different areas of the ship. Cool. Really cool. So there's the 4. Midships and aft. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Get a shot of the keel best I can and rudder. It's difficult. Yeah, but I like that. This is interesting to me. These are some old shipbuilding, shipwright tools, I would say. I guess chiefly used by the ship's carpenter. Over on the left, these two, first one's a boat builder's chisel, and the second one is a, let me see, well, wait a minute, the labeling is, a gouge. Yeah, that's a gouge. You see the radius in there. Up front we got caulking irons. That was to push the caulking down into the deck seams, because they had to be recaulked a lot to prevent leakage down into the below decks. There's a jack plane. That's a number 12 size, foreign to me. And then we have, these are called fids. And on the left there's one that looks like it's bronze probably. And on the right there's a wooden one. Those are used for rope work and splicing, similar to a marlin spike. Bevel square, that red angles for the carpenter, and there's a folding rule, carpenter's folding rule, and shipwright's adze, ADZ. It's about 3 feet long total. In back there's a piece of resin that said used on decks of wooden boats or ships when melted and mopped. Dries similar to varnish. Cool. Neat little display there. This is neat. This binnacle, ship's binnacle. Don't know the date on this one, but it's old. Okay, so in the center, that's where the compass would be housed. Binnacles were made to counteract the effects of iron and I suppose other metals on the compass. And the spherical objects attached are called Kelvin's balls. No comments on that one, please. They're quadranted, which I believe would, in this case, would mean if we're facing north, those are on the west and east side. They're for additional counteracting, I think, of the effects of iron on the compass. So then, and it's on a wood pedestal here. That stuff down there is really old and I can't read it. There's the compass in there. I can't see a lot of detail with the naked eye, and I don't believe the camera is going to provide a lot. Okay. These are careening blocks. And I know about that from reading naval history, particularly British. These were used when ships had to be leaned over on their side, which would most likely, I guess, mean they were at a beach somewhere where they'd be out to sea for a long time. They'd get barnacles. Copper would be loosened, the copper bottoms. And these massive things were used to lean those ships over on their side and hold them up so they wouldn't fall. And then, they'd do one side, everything they could access, and then if possible turn it around and do the other side. slow process, I'm sure, but cool to see that.